a caveman reaching for a mystery. It starts way back with his history, affecting you and me and us and them. Who's gonna get the last word in? Who's gonna make the first step forward? Get on your feet, man, if you're so bored. The air in here is cut pretty thin. Who's gonna get the last word in? Tell me who's gonna get? Who's gonna get? Tell me who's gonna get? Who's gonna get? Science and politics are head to head. People marching for the living, people marching for the dead. They don't care who loses, they don't care who wins, as long as they can get the last word in. All this fights over property and wars over borders, all started by world leaders with mental disorders. Some say it's collusion, some say it's a sin, but it's all about who's gonna get the last word in. Tell me who's gonna get? Who's gonna get the last word in? Who's gonna get? Now when it comes your time, and it will, my friend, you bought the farm and you're cashing in. You're laying on your deathbed, it's looking pretty grim. Tell me who's gonna get the last word in? Now when you're gone across that border, and all your papers are in order, the man across the counter looks at you with a grin and says, hey, we can't let you in. Tell me who's gonna get? Who's gonna get the last word in? Who's gonna get? Who's gonna get? Now there's a man standing at the corner of Spadina and Queen, and he's arguing with himself about the places that he's been. Now some people stop and stare, and others pass with a grin, but me, I'm always wondering who's gonna get the last word in. Tell me who's gonna get? Who's gonna get the last word in? Who's gonna get? Who's gonna get? Tell me who? When I sing the older songs now, there's a whole different regard for them in my own personal spirit. Because I think we grow, you know, as humans, we're growing all the time, whether we realize it or not. And although I wrote them with a certain intention back then, they mean something else now. For me, that's a sign of a good song as well. The thing that has changed in my songwriting foremost for me, from then to now, is the fact that when I turned 40 years old, I was thinking for a couple of months, geez, if I knew now, then, if I knew what I knew now, then, how, you know, how things might have been different. And I thought to myself, but I do know what I know now. So what has it got to do with age? And I realized at that point that, because of my own personal experience, that it was possible to effect some kind of positive change, as long as that's what you were directed towards. And if you made a conscious decision to do that, life felt more, not comfortable, but open. It felt more open instead of, you know, where darkness kind of closes in on you. And as I get older, I would prefer to see, the light at the end of the tunnel get bigger than further away. So what I've tried to do with my songs now is I still feel like I'm describing the same situations, but from the point of view of someone who's come through the tunnel, and is maybe now gone around and is going back through the tunnel, but with a whole different expectation. Sitting down by the water, watching the current spin. Every leaf and every twig of this life I'm a-living, where every rock's a building block and every breath is a wrestle. Oh, come the day when all our tears are gathered in one vessel. Standing down by the crossroads, the devil's by my side. He wants me to trade my peace of mind, but all I got left is pride. 'Cause traffic's fast and life is hard, and every thought's a mess. Oh, come the day when all our tears are gathered in one vessel. How can we face a future where the truth is vandalized, unless I look into myself? How can I criticize when thoughts like love and thoughts like hate meet headlong on a trestle? Oh, come the day when all our tears are gathered in one vessel.